Happy anniversary to the movie Heavy Metal. August 7th of 1981, 35 years ago. I'm slightly older than this film, but not by much. What Heavy Metal is actually based off an underground comic book. And the thing is, it came out with this movie back in the early 80s, and like I mentioned, in 81. And I've never read the comic book, so I really kind of can't compare the comic book to this movie, so I could just really talk about this movie. Well, this movie is actually about 5 or 6 stories intertwined, and it actually all includes this green orb or green ball or something, which is pure evil. It's supposed to be evil of evil kind of thing, almost like it's Satan in a ball form or something like that. So I mentioned about this 5 different stories. Well, actually, other than the intro, after the intro, which I want to say is probably one of the best intros I've seen from an 80s movie. After that starts off, you get this guy driving to his house, and he's actually an astronaut, and he comes out, he takes off his helmet, he holds like kind of like a briefcase, or goes into his living room, and there's his daughter runs down the steps and say, "What you bring me? What you bring me?" And it's like, "Come on, I'll show you," and they end up going into this other room, maybe it's his office or dining room, whatever. When he actually opens up his briefcase or whatever, there's the shiny green ball, and all of a sudden it just melts you. So he goes up to this little girl thinking he's going to do the same thing to her, but all of a sudden he starts telling her all these different stories about where he's come from, and all the bad guys that actually wanted this to actually become more powerful themselves if you actually had control of this green ball. I'm not going to go through all the stories or not, but I definitely want to say that one of my favorite stories was the very first one about a taxi driver named Harry. He actually ends up helping out this woman who her father ends up getting killed by, I guess, kind of the mob or whatever they were. The whole thing was that this guy wanted this orb, and the thing was, it was like he was going to pay like $300,000 for it. Well, the whole thing is that this taxi driver's like, you know what, I don't think I should get involved, but he ends up getting involved with this woman and this ball. I thought I had a really good story to that one, great humor. I liked Harry pretty much from beginning to end. He was just who he was. He pretty much was an asshole, but there were far worse people out in the world than him, and that's what I really liked about him. The rest of the stories were pretty decent. They were enjoyable, but they were not as humorous. And the very last story, to me, was actually decent, but then I kind of feel like it falls flat towards the end of that story. But it was just kind of actually interesting with this ball, like, I'm going to kill you, but before that, I'm going to tell you this story, which, you know, all these different stories about him. And I thought, okay, well, like I said, they were interesting, some of them. I said, I liked the very, very first one, and the other ones seemed like a little less interesting on each one. Do I recommend this one even after 35 years? I do. It is an animation, so it's actually hand-drawn. And kind of a known fact about that, when you actually had to hand-draw these things, they took sometimes about like 3-4 years, maybe even longer. So if this movie actually came out in 81, it had to have been like mid to late 70s when they started actually drawing this stuff and filming it, and so on, so on, so on. But it's definitely still a recommend, but not for the young ones. This is actually rated R for violence, brief language, but sex and nudity on here too. I'd say definitely a lot more nudity than sex between the two there, but violent, yeah, almost each story has a little bit of blood on each one, if not maybe a decent amount of blood on them. But it was still fun. But I definitely would say that if this is a film that came out in today, it definitely would be a straight to DVD, just because you could tell the draw of it being hand drawn, and you know. But honestly, this is what I really enjoyed about it, was I actually liked, you know, when it used to be hand drawn and all that, and it didn't do well in today's generation of movies. But I really think for the young people out there, like I said, wait till maybe a little older, but check out this movie, Heavy Metal. Happy 35th anniversary to Heavy Metal. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay awesome.